my question is, how do we find meaning? Like, as I was saying to you, like Viktor Frankl wrote a great book called Man's Search for Meaning. And I've been thinking about cricket search for meaning. And you've got guys flying across the world, playing in different leagues. You know, there was a story of a guy playing in the SA20, getting on a flight to Dubai to play in the ILT20, but he didn't know which team he was going to play for until he landed, because it depended who won in a certain game. And like, the players are playing in you know, how many leagues can we watch with Andre Russell playing in a, you know what I mean? Like, he plays for so many teams, and that's no disrespect to him. That's the way that the cricket ecosystem has been set up, is that people are playing in various leagues to create content, so that, you know, different countries can watch, and it's doing well, isn't it? Like, the SA20 is packed and these leagues are doing well. So it's great. I suppose we know that people are searching for meaning. There's been a lot of research that shows your millennials, your Gen Zs, like, people want meaning in their life. But if guys are just going from jersey to jersey and what have you, it's quite difficult. And I was reading something about the Indian market will almost follow players. So if Shubman Gill plays for the Gujarat, or if he plays for the Royals, it doesn't matter. Like, they'll follow him. Whereas in the British market, it's like the teams are really big. You know, you support Chelsea or you support Hampshire, or you like, so players moving around is almost foreign to that. And I find myself maybe a little bit more in the British space. Like, I like to follow a team. So when a player is playing for this team and then that team and then this team in the same competition year after year, or when they playing in the BPL and then the ILT20 and then the SA20, but those competitions are running concurrently, it's like, Jesus, you almost get lost. But watching the games is entertaining, and it's players trying to do their best. But like, when you think about the meaning, you think about that India-England test series that we've just seen now. Like, wasn't it fantastic? You know, wasn't South Africa, I happened to be there, South Africa beating Australia at Lords. Like, wasn't that fantastic? Isn't the Ashes coming up going to be fantastic? And like, you just get the sense that, like, there's meaning. And this is a completely biased approach, but I do wonder in the idea of Man's Search for Meaning, whether like cricket's going to start searching for meaning, because there's just an oversupply of leagues and opportunities, and like, does it matter? And maybe it doesn't matter that it doesn't matter. If you know what I mean, like, maybe that's fine. Maybe it's like Instagram. You can scroll through your reels for hours and the algorithm will take you where you want. Maybe that doesn't matter. And maybe I'm just big. Now that I've turned 40, I'm becoming an old fart. But I do believe people still love meaning, and they love things that are memorable. And I hope cricket never loses that real sense of meaning. It's something bigger than just an individual player scoring runs or taking wickets or earning lots of money.
I really love that. It's something I've never put my mind to, but I really love that, because at the auction, I wanted Aiden Markram to go to DSG because my mind works in that way. He is with the Giants in the IPL, so I
Yeah.
want that uniformity. That's me. I wanted Devon Brevis to go to the Super Kings because he's with Chennai. That makes sense to my head, because
Yeah.
then now, I can say whether I want to support the Giants or the Super Kings or whoever it is. I want that uniformity. I want to see Ryan Rickleton in blue everywhere he goes.
I agree. I agree with you. And I think that starts to create, because you get these mega franchises then, don't you? And you can be a blue fan. Or you can. So I think just by nature of the auction, it obviously creates massive interest, but it also, like, I would personally, I'd prefer to see like a British football style transfer market. So you got to go and pay 100 million, whatever it is, to get that guy out of that franchise into the other franchise, like that. But that's just a personal thing. But even by what you're saying there, it's like, yeah, we crave meaning. So we want Aiden to play for the Super Giants across things, because then it feels like he's part of something. And when they win, it's like you're part of something. And I put, even the cricketers crave meaning. But obviously it's difficult, because when they play for their country versus when they play for their franchises, it means more, which means more pressure, which means more difficulty. you know. So sometimes it's easier, and I've heard this out of a couple of professional players' mouths. It's easier to play for the franchises because like games just come and go. Whereas when I play for my country, sure, the pressure feels like it's ramped up, you know. Yeah, just some thoughts.